All right, it's time. I've been grinding for a long time. Y'all know that. And it's time I achieve one of my long lost goals. All right, I want 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm a little more than 30,000 away. So please, Pharaohs, help me run my sub count up in the month of September. If you watch this video, please subscribe to my channel. I want to hit 30,000 subscribers in 1 month to get to 100K. Again, we can do this, Pharaohs. I trust in my Pharaohs. Y'all done held me down and paid my bills for over a year, and I know we can do this together. We've been through a lot. The grind ain't never stopped, and we going forward in the month of September. I need about 30,000 subscribers in the month of September to achieve this goal. I'm finna grind my behind off to get to it. I know we got it in us. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. We finna do something amazing and have our moment by the end of September. 30,000 subscribers in 1 month. Let's go. All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV. Hate to start the channel off with news like this, but we got to tell it the truth. And that's what you guys want me to do. Adrien Broner. Video came out about Adrien Broner yesterday. There's video due to copyright. I'm not going to post the video, but I'll post a link and it'll be on my Mr. Taliaferro TV Instagram account if you guys want to see it. Adrien Broner was out. It looks like out somewhere clubbing and partying. And he pushes a woman that looks like was just trying to help him. I don't know the specifics of what their conversations were, but he kind of shoves the woman, trying to kind of get her off him. Now, it wasn't one of those I'm trying to hurt you pushes, but I'm one of the guys I'm one of those people who, if you put your hands on a woman, I don't care how, that ain't cool. We ain't rocking out like that. No domestic violence will be tolerated, or no violence towards women will be tolerated, period, in my world. Now, with that being said, after he pushed the woman, he knocked out a guy. Now, I don't know if this was a random guy. Did he know this guy? But he knocked him clean out. And for those who don't know, when you're a boxer, your hands have to be registered and legally like weapons. So his hands are pretty much the equivalent of a weapon or a gun or a knife or something like that. So when you put your hands on somebody, if you're a boxer and somebody can justify that you're in the wrong, you could really do some time, more than just somebody going to jail or getting like a probation for an assault. His hands are legal weapons as a professional boxer, and he knocked this guy out with like one punch. With that being said, I looked at the video and I was like, bro, this dude need help. Like, he need help. I was listening to Adrien Broner and I wanted to believe him. He did interviews about a month or two ago to promote his fight against Mikey Garcia. He was like, he's more focused than ever. And he's like, he changed his life around. And I wanted to believe him, but I know in my heart of hearts, I couldn't believe him. He's a liar. He's a compulsive liar. The brother needs help. He just got on Instagram a couple hours ago and posted these back-to-back, very, very hurtful, honestly, like little posts. He said, life's too short for all these fuck ups. No support, shaking my head. He said, I know I got problems. I just want some help. He said he's hurt, just need someone to talk to. And then he said, if I wasn't here, I wonder, will they feel the same? Who will come talk to me? So this is a grown man, literally, and this is like the downfall, one of the downfalls of social media. We have to watch somebody, a grown man, literally crying out for help via social media, literally wanting attention, saying, so it's not us assuming that this brother has a problem. He's literally saying, I'm mentally incompetent right now. I need help. Right? This is somebody who, if you watch the Hot 97 interview with Ebro in the morning, Adrien Broner was adamant that he had changed his life around, got the people away from him. And I watched that Mikey Garcia fight, and Mikey Garcia dominated Adrien Broner. Dominated him. So for a guy who's saying he was that focused, he had cut all that BS out of his life, either A, you're not as good as you think you are, or B, you weren't as focused as you think you are. And I would like to believe it's probably a lot of both, to be honest with you. Adrien Broner, a couple years ago, he had a great opportunity. At one point in time, the brother was undefeated, had some Floyd Mayweather-like comparisons, because to be Floyd Mayweather, it's not going to take you just being a great fighter. It's not going to take you just being a great black boxer. We got Andre Ward. We got undefeated great boxers. You got to have a little bit of both. You got to kind of be a really good boxer, and you got to kind of have some of the bullshit as well. Floyd Mayweather had it, but Floyd was able to zone all that out. When it's fight time, Floyd's done with all that. The brother, say what you want about Floyd, when he gets ready for a fight, he's more focused than anyone we've ever seen in the sport of boxing. Period. Adrien Broner had a little bit of the good boxing, had a lot of the bullshit. It kind of made for an entertaining boxer. But let's be honest. You can't put him to headline your fight anymore. He's not good enough. He's got enough of the bullshit. People know him. But he ain't winning the fights. We'll put up with the BS as long as you're great. Say what you want. That's what this country does. We'll put up with that BS. If you great, we'll put up with it. Lot of stories about we putting up with BS as long as you're great. But with that being said, like, if I'm Adrien Broner, I would probably turn myself into like a mental rehabilitation center. Because if you read what he said, what I posted in this video is he's literally saying, my team around me, they only care about one thing, my money. They don't know how to help me when I need help. They don't know how to tell me no. And I get it. If you're a yes man in Adrien Broner's camp, like, he's the bread and butter. He's the one that makes all the money. If he wants to get another couple $100,000 out of his account, even though he tells you don't let me take any more money out of my account, are you really gonna say no and and find yourself getting cut off? Like, if AB tells you, I want to do something and you know it's wrong, can you really tell that brother no? Can you really sit there and look him in the face and tell him no and risk you getting cut off and going back to the hood? That's why I always tell people, y'all always hear me say these in these videos. Man, 200%, you got to have a good talent or a great talent. You got to be great at something to be just a well-rounded person. You got to be great at something. But another aspect of that, you got to have a good team around you. Borderline great team. I'm telling y'all, I be around these people. A lot of these celebs, I look at how their teams move. I look at some of the good teams, and I look at some of the bad. I ain't gonna even get specific with names, but trust me, some of the people whose careers ain't where it should be, who was popping at some point, I see why it's not. Because a lot of these dudes' teams are trash, and women teams are trash, and they not keeping in the G with them. They letting them spend these $100,000 in Vegas when they ain't bringing in hundreds of $200,000. The music ain't popping no more. The athlete can't run the same way he can anymore. The money ain't coming in anymore. The talent ain't there no more. And people don't want to tell them no. I look at some of these dudes with these teams. It was cool when you were popping in your 20s, but now you're in your 30s and 40s, and you know, you just don't move the same. Things ain't coming in the way you used to. And the teams were garbage from the beginning, but you were so popping that it really didn't matter. And when you talk about Adrien Broner, a couple years ago, he was so good at boxing. And at one point, that brother was knocking niggas out. Let's make that clear. He ain't there no more. And right now, a good team could probably still manage him to pick some fights that are a little bit more manageable to bring his brand back up, to get a couple wins under his belt and not be fighting guys like Mikey Garcia, who, I mean, Mikey Garcia outclassed him. You gotta, what is Broner lost, like the last 2 or 3 fights or something like that? I mean, you gotta be able to put him in great positions to win. When he goes out, these people around him gotta be able to help this brother. And right now, I'm not gonna lie, it's too much going on in our country. On the 16th anniversary of 9/11, when you got Hurricane Harvey in the atmosphere, the effect's still there. When you got Hurricane Irma, literally as I shoot this video, is storming where I'm at right now, in the air right now. You got people suffering from that. You got another, what you got? Jose and Katia, the ratchet chick Katia on the way. Hurricanes, so much going on in the world, with police brutality, with white supremacists, with black on black crime. We don't have enough time to focus energy and watch Adrien Broner literally detach himself from the world and literally shut down and sound suicidal online. Floyd Mayweather tried to check in with him the last time these comments started coming out, and when Adrien Broner was like he's gonna kill himself the last time, the brother's suicidal. I believe it. I think you need to, you know, really have somebody checking in with all times. But this is a grown man who makes money, a lot of money from time to time in fights, and you gotta mature. Like, everybody can't be, we can't just always feel sorry for people who make these decisions, these poor decisions. When you're acknowledging something is wrong, like, do something about it. Go check into a center. Stop going to the clubs. Like, like, change some stuff about your life. If you know you make bad decisions at nightclubs and out, stop going. I don't understand why it's that hard for people. I make bad decisions when I'm on the liquor. To combat that, I stop going out as much when I'm on the liquor. And that coincides with me making less bad decisions. Now, of course, I don't got the money like Adrien Broner. Nowhere close. But, I mean, gosh, it's a simple fix. Stop going out. And I will put in this side caveat to take up for Broner here, play devil's advocate. A problem in our communities, we keep supporting these football leagues. We keep supporting boxing. And I'm telling y'all, I don't know why we expect these dudes. I've been telling y'all this for over a year now on my channel. I don't know why we expect these dudes to be able to shut that stuff off. UFC fighters, men or women, and boxers, men or women. I don't know how we expect them to shut down what they do for a living. Like 5 or 6 days out of a week, a football player is training to, think about a lineman. They're training 5 or 6 days a week, their whole life since they were like 9 or 10 years old, Pee Wee League, to hit you, to inflict pain onto that player, to do what it takes to get his. Like the best guys, the guys that make the most money, the linemen that make the most money, the defensive players that make the most money are the ones that create the most plays, that block the best, that hit the hardest. So how can you expect them to go home to their wives, go home to their husbands, and cut that off? I told you that is a problem, and we sit up and pay for this stuff, pay for these fights, and watch this. We endorse it because it's a way to make a living. And we all need blame in that. Everyone. Because we sit up here and watch these events. Sundays, Super Bowl Sundays, Mayweather versus McGregor. And we just heard a story about McGregor. He's had something going on with his brain since the fight with Mayweather. And Mayweather didn't even beat him up like a lot of people are going down in the boxing world. Think about it. Mayweather landed some shots at the end of the fight. But McGregor, oh my gosh, he lucked up for 4 of the 5 rounds. Mayweather just played defensive guy. What if Mayweather was swinging at McGregor the whole fight? Something's going on with McGregor's brain or something like that happened after that fight. Come on, y'all. I'm not trying to take up for Broner, but I will say this. Mental health is a real thing, especially as an African American, especially dealing with what we already got. Because when we get with mental health with us, we trying to like ish on our own people. And like there's the peer pressure to be better than our own people and try to brag and boast and be somebody that we're really not, or we really can't afford to be. And you see that with Adrien Broner, and we're literally watching a man self-destruct in front of us, and it's really sad to watch. But there's too much going on for us to just sit up all day and talk about this grown man who's making very bad decisions, who keeps claiming he's turning his life around. And when in reality, he's not. He's not turning his life around. He's just continuously making mistakes. His career is in flames right now. He ain't winning fights. Them pay-per-view numbers, truth be told, Mikey Garcia sold a lot of that last fight. And I'm just be honest with you. Where do you go from here? You can't put him in the ring with top guys. He can't compete. I mean, you just kind of got to watch his brother self-destruct until he puts it in his mind that maybe the club ain't for him. Thank y'all for the time. Let's support. A longer video than I expected, but I think it's much needed. Somebody who got to the end of the video, they probably got something out of it. I hope you did at least. Thank y'all so much for the time. Let's support. I do not take it for granted. We got to get Adrien Broner some help, but he got to get it himself. We can't just sit up and talk about this. Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this. 100K gang. Where y'all at? Where the Pharaohs at? I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on itsmrtaliaferro.com, shawty.